Hey, what's going on? It's your old friend Tyler, and we're doing some more off-panel off-boxing. We're doing some more favorite minifigures from the Star Wars collection. So this is going to be a lot of fun because we're going to go through them. And as I said on the rather disappointing Optimus Prime video, I'm still just like, really? I mean, I don't know. Just really. I mean, it's like a fucking doll made of eggshells, man. It's just I'm looking at it right now. I'm just kind of still pissed at it. But my favorite minifigures, I have a lot of Star Wars minifigures, a lot of them, and Marvel too, and a fair amount of DC ones. But my favorite Star Wars minifigures, I've got to say, are a good mix of evil, good and evil, and fun and neat, fun molds and stuff, and just kind of sentimentality. My first one, I believe you know Mr. Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt kicks ass, and the reason why is because I mean it's Jabba the Hutt. Now you made him like that. You put a little piece on him, and then you could that's number one, Jabba the Hutt. I mean it's Jabba the Hutt, dude. Let's keep in the theme of Jabba the Hutt, and let's go with one of my other favorites from that whole kind of thing. That whole the set that I actually bought. I got this off the sail barge. The other one I got off that set was Max Rebo, dude. Max Rebo, you remember the dude? You remember the dude in the movie in the keyboard? You had the big round keyboard that went all the way around, right? Huh? No? Okay. Number two, we can actually go a lot of these, actually. Hang on a second here. Wow. Holy cow. Okay. All right. Wow. Neat. I have like a whole sub-theme in here of Jabba the Hutt style. Wow. Cool. Okay. So, number three, we're going to go with Ree's. I can't remember his species name. Offhand, I remember that's his name though, but he has a really cool head mold because it's it's a thing, right? And then this one, these next two I actually got off of a Mandalorian set or a Boba Fett set, which is the throne room, and but they're both Jabba the Hutt related. We got Bib Fortuna, cool, right? And funny thing about Bib Fortuna, when I went to see Return of the Jedi at the theater, my brother and I, we went to the KB Toys, and we saw all the toys, the new toys, and Bib Fortuna scared the shit out of me. And then we got a Gamorrean Guard, which is kick-ass. I mean, it's just a cool... The thing about the Gamorrean Guard, it's basically like the top, and then you put it on, like, you put it on the head. It's a big mold and whatnot. Which is really neat. I think it's just a really cool set. That also came from the Boba Fett throne room. And then this one, again, is Jabba the Hutt related, but it's Lando Calrissian in the Skiff Guard disguise. Watch out. That's pretty neat. So there you go. That's number 6. Okay. So moving right along, number 7 is also kind of Jabba related, but the reason why I like this set so much is because it's one of the first big Lego Star Wars sets I got. It was the Rancor pit. And it came with a Rancor, which I have somewhere, but it's not complete anymore. But I do have that somewhere. But it came with a Luke Skywalker, and he's got the little bone that he sticks in the mouth of the Rancor. So whatever. And that's number 7. So it's not a super great Luke Skywalker, but for me, I love it. He's my favorite Luke Skywalker because of that. Let's stick with some Jedi, how about? Okay, cool. So Jedi and Sith, whatever. Let's go with Mace Windu. You can't go wrong with Mace Windu because he's Windu at number 8. And he's got a purple lightsaber. He's the only one who does. So, can't beat that. But it's Mace Windu. Let's go to the dark side, and let's go, of course, Darth Maul. Really neat. He's got the double-sided lightsaber. I think this is one of the builds where he just has his regular legs. There are other builds that you can get where he has like mechanical legs, which is kind of neat. And there are other builds where he has regular legs, but they're painted to look like mechanical legs. So that's number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was number 9. Sorry. Sticking with the Jedi theme, at number 10. Actually, no. Number 10 and 11 are kind of more prequel set type things, but I can't remember. I think her name is Ayla Secura. But I've had a habit of collecting minifigures, and I obviously want to collect as many Jedi minifigures as I can. And this is one of the prominent members of the Jedi during the prequels, and she was also on a set. It was like a clone trooper tank or something like that. But she's also a Twi'lek, which is exactly what Bib Fortuna is. So related. That's number 10. Right? Goddamn. 1, 2, 3, 4. At number 11, we have Ahsoka Tano, and she's just really cool because the only for a long time Ahsoka Tano's only minifigure was a Clone Wars themed one, and it had these big eyes. It was just a really shitty minifigure looking one, but they finally made like a regular minifigure, and that's really cool. I think it would have been cool if they had given her white, lightsabers or yellow ones, whatever you want to say. And that's 11. At 12, we have 12 and 13. We have two minifigures from a set that is a long time ago, and they don't make sets like this anymore, which is unfortunate. But it was a big ship, and it came with a guy named Jack 14 at number 11. 12 at number 12 and 13. Number 12, Jack 14. Number 12, Jack 14, and he's a clone of a guy. He's like a clone. He's the 14th. I don't even know. You'll have to look on Disney Plus. They have these Lego adventures, Lego Star Wars adventures, and it explains all about this guy. But he's really cool because he's like a stormtrooper looking guy, but he's a Jedi. But I don't know. It's hard to explain. And it came with another guy, and it was an Ithorian. It just said Ithorian Jedi. He has no name. But I love Hammerheads and Moma Nadon, who is one of my favorites. So that's number 13. At number 14, we got our good old standard Grand Admiral Thrawn. I remember when this set came out, and I was like, oh my god, he's coming to... Because he was part of the Legends, and when Disney bought him, he was effectively rendered moot. So that's at number 14. At number 15, we got our old good friend Greedo, who Han shot first. Sorry. I don't know. I don't care if you think so or not. Here's another really cool mold at 16. God damn it. Ewok. I miss that they haven't done any Ewok themed sets for a long, long time. I wish they would. They just came out with a +4 one, but it's $35, and go fuck yourself, Lego. But it's an Ewok. I think it's Wicket. I don't know. But that's 16. At 17, we have the A-Wing pilot, which was one of the more fun builds, because it's the A-Wing. Or no, the B-Wing, which is the big rotating cockpit. And it actually rotated no matter which way you moved the ship. The cockpit rotated, which was cool. And it came with a general mating, which is cool. 16. At 17, we got Grand Moff Gideon with the Darksaber. And that came with that big old set that came out a couple years ago, or about a year ago. And it was the big old ship with like 3 minifigures. Poor 17. That's number 18. We have C-3PO. Now here's the reason why C-3PO, you're like, why is it just a regular C-3PO? Here's why. When I started working at Target, the first set that I ever bought was an A-Wing, which is number 19. A-Wing pilot. Came with a Admiral Akbar and a Han Solo. And Admiral Akbar had a coffee cup. It was neat. But the set that I really wanted, because I started realizing I wanted, I wanted R2-D2 and C-3PO. I wanted Chewbacca. I wanted Luke Skywalker. I wanted Han Solo. I wanted all these minifigures to collect, to have the whole set. And the one set that was out when I bought the A-Wing, but I never bought it, was a set with 2 Jawas, and a C-3PO and an R2-D2 19. And the neat thing about it, well, again, I just didn't buy that set, and when I realized what I missed out on, I couldn't find it anymore. About 3 or 4 years later, they reintroduced it, and it was interesting because I think the actual first set had stormtroopers with guns, and then the second one that came out had Jawas. So it was kind of neat. But I finally did get it, and it was my first C-3PO, so 19. Let's stick with droids for a little bit. 20 and 21 and 23 are all droids. We got K2SO 21, which is he's just a neat build, and he was just a great character. At 22, we have a Death Trooper, which is neat, because literally he does have a little face, and then he's got his little helmet that he glows red eyes. It's cool. And 23, we have Ned from the Obi-Wan set. I love that set so much, and that was just kind of icing on the cake. 24, we're going to go back to fun molds for a little bit, and 24, 25, and 26. 24 is Tan Wei. It's the first Kaminoan that wasn't from the Clone Wars sets, so it's actually like a Lego minifigure set. 25, I thought, right? 24, and Tan Wei. So I bought that recently. That was also a newer Obi-Wan set. At 25, we have one of my favorite characters ever, which is a sand person, a Tusken Raider. Just fun. I like it. And 26, we have one of the modal nodes. I don't think it's Figrin Dan, but it is one of the modal nodes. And he's got a really cool little like flute thing. He's like, he's playing his. Yeah. So it's 26. 27 is, I can't remember this guy's name, but he came with this really funky looking TIE fighter, and I think he was from a cartoon, I think. But he's got this really cool Death's Head Stormtrooper. So 27, cool Death's Head Stormtrooper. 28, we have the Armorer from the Armory Mandalorian set, which was really cool. I believe he was played by Jon Favreau. Just a neat thing. 29, Paige Turco. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I talked a little bit about this last week, a couple weeks ago, that I bought. I basically exchanged a bunch of old sets for the Bomber, the Resistance Bomber, and it was one of the more fun sets I've ever built. And that's why she's in my top Star Wars figures, because it was such a fun set, and I really wish we had learned more about the Turco sisters. Coming in at number 30, we got Biggs Darklighter himself, the guy, the man, the myth, the legend, the star of the deleted scene, Biggs Darklighter, right here. He dies in the Battle of the Death Star. It's terrible. And then our final top Star Wars guy ever, Dengar, the bounty hunter. The reason why I love this guy so much is I remember when the minifigure, or when the action figure came out, and I thought he looked really dumb because he looked like this dude is really sad all the time. And he was just like, these bandages on. You're like, what the fuck happened to that guy, right? But come to find out, if you find out his story, he was a swoop racer and basically just kind of a crappy one and cheated. And when he tried to cheat against Han Solo basically was like, no, and ended up getting hurt real bad, and blamed it on Han Solo, and that's why he became a bounty hunter and stuff. But he's actually got some interesting stories in the extended Star Wars universe. You should check them out. So that's my top 31 minifigures of all time. I would like to thank my broadcasting partner, Jake Williams, of course, for letting me do these stupid things, and so that we can keep content coming to you. I would like you to subscribe if you can, and tell all your friends about the wonderful content that we got coming out. We're not just anti-SJWs. We're also, we do fun stuff with comic books and movies and all sorts of fun stuff. And we're not shills. Like, I love Legos and everything, but if you watch the Optimus Prime Lego video, man, it could have been. It's not the most disappointing thing ever, but it's just kind of one of those things. Like, wow, like a day later, it just seems like it sucks. So anyway, point is, subscribe, tell all your friends, and thanks for watching this content. We'll be back with another episode. Next time I'll probably do my Marvel top 25. I hope I didn't do something stupid like just make a random number like I did with these assholes. Oh, man. Thank you very much, you guys. We'll see you next time.